5 Love Languages by The Lovers.
Hey guys, we are The Lovers, and welcome to today's episode. I'm Maya.
I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Gloria.
Also, unfortunately, we don't have Melita with us today. We miss you, girl.
Miss you.
Today's episode will be about the love languages, which by Gary Chapman's book 5 Love Languages are 5. And these are quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts. Our plan is to tell you something about them. Ola, can you start with physical touch?
Yes, definitely. So, with physical touch, what is super important to say at the beginning that when your love language is physical touch, it's not really about sex. Sex is definitely an important part of the relationship. When someone has physical touch as a love language, it's more about hugging, holding hands, squeezing shoulders, and all of these physical touches can be very meaningful to both of the partners. So now, when we know something about physical touch, let's move to words of affirmation, which will do Gloria.
Thank you. So, whether they are written or spoken, a person whose primarily love language is words of affirmation will place a lot of importance in what you say to them. It's common for simple phrases like "I'm thankful for something" and "I love how you something" to be a pretty good way to communicate how much they can be appreciated. So, if you have a partner that has this type of love language, they will especially appreciate compliments, heartfelt thank yous, handwritten notes, and hearing what they mean to others. So the goal is to let your partner know how much they mean to you and how much you care about them. And now, Maya, you can explain about the receiving gifts.
Thank you, Gloria. About gift receiving, this is the most misconstructed love language. Mostly people think it's about being needy, greedy, and wanting expensive gifts. In reality, it's more of wanting your partner to think about you, to buy things for you that remind them of you when they are in the shop and they take something that reminded them of you. This is the importance, the thought, more of the gift. The examples of that is sending flowers without any special occasions, buying coffee, buying some jewelry, not especially expensive one, but the one that reminds you of something special. Getting tickets for some show, getting tickets to the cinema for a favorite movie. This is what is gift receiving about. More of the thought than the actual gift, and not the price of the gift. Ola, what about quality time?
So with quality time, we have the keyword, which is quality, and it speaks for itself, I guess. But to explain you a little bit, how is it to have a quality time as a primary love language? So you have some advices how to make your partner feel loved and appreciated. For them, it's all about focusing on them when you're together. It's about putting your phone down. It's about not scrolling social media when you're around. It's about not doing things that are irrelevant in the time that you are together. And that can be done when you're alone. So quality time, it's all about the quality. And that's what really touches your partner's heart. When you give them the quality and you really focus on them. Gloria, do we have any other languages left?
So yes, Ola, we have the last act of service that it's in terms of intimate relationships. Acts of service is a language that can be described as doing something for your partner that you know that they would like. Something like filling up their gas and watering their plants, or also cooking them a meal. When you give act of service, you basically give your time, and this non-verbally form of love can be sometimes time-consuming and exhausting. But if it's what your partner needs, then it's worth the effort. For example, in my case, I like to make food for my boyfriend when he goes to work, and take it to him. So he appreciates it, and I'm happy to do it. For now, we pass the word to Ola, that she has some questions to show us.
We found the most asked questions about love languages, and we are happy to give you answers to all of them. So, Maya, does every person have a love language?
Actually, answer to this question is quite simple. What Dr. Chapman written in his book, I mentioned him before. Each person has a primary and secondary love language.
Okay, thank you. Now it's time for you, Gloria. Can a couple have the same love language?
So, in an ideal world, couples' love language would match, of course, signifying high compatibility in each other. So, but in this world, diversity is the key. So, I think it's compatible to mix a lot of love languages.
Thank you so much. We have one question left, and it's, can someone's love language be all five? And yes, of course, we all have all the love languages. The thing is that the percentage of them is different for everybody. And you can check it by doing the test on the 5 Love Languages site, which will give you the specific results of what kind of percentage do you have for every love language.
We actually did that test. What about sharing our results, girls?
So, in my case, it was like 30% of physical touch and 23% of words of affirmation, and also 23% of quality of time.
My results were quite similar to Gloria's, because for me physical touch is also 30%. Then I have words of affirmation with quality time. It's the same percentage of 23%. My fourth love language is acts of service, and receiving gifts is only 7%. What about you, Maya?
For me, it was a bit different from you girls. The primary love language for me is quality time with 27%. Later, acts of service, and the next ones are all at the same level of 17%. Words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts.
And we wanted to tell you guys that it's important to know your partner's and yours primary love language in order to maintain a happy and healthy relationship.
You can also learn your partner's love language to make them feel always loved, always good. So check your love language, check your partner's love language, and make your relationship better.
And that is all for today, guys. So we hope that you enjoy it, and we hope also that our podcast would be helpful for you all.
Thank you for listening to The Lovers. Bye, guys.
Bye!
Ciao, ciao.
5 Love Languages by The Lovers.